Life doesn't begin the same way for everyone. Some are born in wealthy families where opportunities come easily, while others open their eyes in homes where even 3 meals a day are uncertain. Some people walk on smooth roads, while others are forced to climb steep mountains just to survive. And maybe you've often wondered, why is my life so hard, while others seem to have it so easy? The truth is, life is not always fair, but unfairness does not mean hopelessness. There was once a boy named Arian. From childhood, he dreamed of becoming someone great, of leaving behind his small village and making a mark in the city. But life seemed determined to hold him back. When his classmates bought new books, Arian had to borrow old ones. When his friends wore fresh uniforms to school, he repeated the same faded shirt again and again. One day, his teacher looked at him kindly and said, "Arian, you are bright, but talent alone is not enough. You will need patience, and you will need hard work." Arian nodded, but deep inside, he couldn't stop thinking, why only me? Why is my life so unfair? Time passed, and Arian finally moved to the city to study. The glittering lights, the tall buildings, the endless opportunities amazed him. People around him had money, connections, and comfort. Arian had nothing but determination. The beginning was tough. To survive, he worked in a small restaurant, washing dishes during the day, studying at night. While his friends went out laughing, eating, and enjoying life, Arian stayed behind with tired hands and heavy eyes. Many nights, he stared at the sky and whispered, "God, why is everything against me? Why is my journey so painful?" But each morning, he pushed himself again, because deep inside he knew if he gave up, his dream would die. Days turned into months, and months into years. Slowly, his efforts began to bear fruit. Arian graduated at the top of his class. People began to notice him. They said, "This poor boy, yet so brilliant." For the first time, Arian felt hope rise in his heart. But life wasn't finished testing him. When he applied for jobs, rejection after rejection came his way. Others with money, connections, and powerful recommendations got ahead, while Arian, despite his brilliance, was left behind. Once again, he sank into despair. He thought, maybe life will never be fair to me. Maybe no matter how hard I try, destiny will block my path. One night, broken and hopeless, he remembered the words of his old teacher. "Arian, remember this. Life will not always be fair, but inside that unfairness lies your greatest opportunity. If you don't give up, if you keep walking, one day your struggle will become your strength." These words struck him deeply. Something inside him shifted. He realized that unfairness was not the end. It was only the beginning of a new fight. With renewed energy, he started again. He accepted small jobs, gained experience, and sharpened his skills. Slowly, step by step, he began to climb. It wasn't quick, it wasn't easy, but it was real. Years later, Arian finally stood proudly inside a respected company, not because of privilege or luck, but because of resilience, patience, and relentless effort. Today, when Arian looks back, he smiles at his struggles. Yes, life was unfair. Yes, destiny tested him more than others. But it was those very hardships that built his strength. If life had been easy, he would never have learned how strong he could be. He would never have discovered the courage hidden inside him. And that's the truth for all of us. Life will not always go the way we want. Things will not always be fair. People will have advantages you don't, opportunities you never had, and shortcuts you cannot take. But remember this, unfairness does not mean defeat. Every struggle you face is shaping you into someone stronger, someone wiser, someone unbreakable. So when life feels unfair, don't quit. Don't lose faith, because the darkest nights create the brightest stars, and your star is waiting to shine